Good morning, ladies. Today I am walking 1 mile. I'm really just doing a light walk. Yesterday I did pretty much almost a 5K. I did 2.8 miles, and so I felt really good. But today I'm just like a light brisk walk because I'm getting ready for a 5K tomorrow as I'm technically shooting this. And honestly, I did not want to get out of bed this morning, if you can't tell. I was so tired. Like I said, I've had a very draining week. Like, it's so long days and long week. And I have noticed a little bit this week that it has taken, I've hit the snooze button so much more times than I usually do. So I know this upcoming week I'm gonna have to really work through that. But also it is taking a new level of grit. Like, I've had to learn to use the pain of the runner's knee to get me to where I'm trying to go. But also it has helped me get my mind right. And I will tell you this, like, don't just use your time to work out, walk, just to blast music. Yeah, do it. It might need you. Some days you just need to blast some music and get it done. But other days when you have like moments, I want to encourage you to just take time to be still as you work out, mind still. Go ahead and drop some prayers. If there's anything you've been needing or your family's been needing and you need to ask God for it, you haven't really made that time. I have been noticing that my morning walks have been very spiritual and very helpful for me, and like mentally that helps me carry the load sometimes. And so that's what I would suggest too. Like, when you do your morning workout, don't feel like it's just gotta be a blah podcast and upbeat music. Sometimes I will run to no music, no nothing, and just be talking to the Lord. And I look up and I have done 0.5 of a mile or something and didn't realize it because my mind is on other things. So I will encourage you. This could be a place for you to give over the heaviness of your weight, the heaviness of your life, the heaviness of your problems. So don't limit yourself because, I'm not moving that fast, or I haven't lost a pound yet, or whatever. Just try your best to stick to the smoothie plan, because what that's going to do is that's going to replenish your body, but it's going to have you in a calorie deficit. But then you're also moving your body, so you're burning more calories as well with the workout. So try to stick to those. If you can't do both right now, let's say you tried the calories and you could not get to the workout, at least do the food part, because the food part really matters. If I would have done the food part in the first month, I would have benefited so much. But I was working out, still eating crazy bad. So yeah. Also yesterday I had a few gummies. I had some gummies, and I do love a good gummy. And I just want to share that with you. You can have the stuff you like. It's just moderation. But if you know that if you buy ice cream and take it home, you can finish that whole tub of ice cream, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. Because most of us, when we've been overweight, there's been some form of food addiction there. There's been some form of stress there, that when we get stressed, we eat, or emotional eating. So yeah, there's a lot of emotions tied to when we eat. And so I just want to encourage you that pay attention to those triggers. I remember there was one day this week where I was real frustrated, and I noticed that day I was just wanting to eat everything. And I'm like, oh, Morgan, there's your stress eating. Oh, Morgan, there's your emotional eating, right? You're not hungry. You haven't even been this hungry in months, but now that you're stressed about something, you're wanting to eat. So I just want to encourage you, pay attention to those triggers. But do not, like the gummies I had yesterday, I had like 3 or 4 pieces of gummies because I had bought some for my class. But I knew not to take those things home. I knew to get rid of them yesterday. Like, hey, I passed out so many to them to try to get rid of them. Because I'm like, I am not taking this home, because I will finish the whole bag and buy another bag, okay? So it's really about having discipline, but also focusing on your triggers. So you're also to close the store down, like close the kitchen down, if that makes sense. It's okay to have snacks, it's okay to have whatever, but if you're noticing every night you got to have a bag of popcorn, then that means probably in your dinner time you need to increase your protein, or you need to increase your food at dinner, because many times you should not need a snack unless you're up all hours of the night, and that's not a story. But many times you shouldn't need that. You really shouldn't. Also, I want to share this. I don't know exactly, what's pushed you to take on this challenge. I don't know what made you do this, but I do want to encourage you with this. I want to tell you that the only way you get out of your rut, your stuck place, your depression, your mindset, is you have to move. So even though there's times I don't obviously want to show up out here, I don't want to do things, even with the ministry, I have to remind myself, Morgan, you have to move. So you have to make a decision. There are times, even in the ministry, where I have to make a decision about something that I don't quite feel ready to make that decision, but I have a deadline and I have to move. Sometimes I got to pay an invoice that I really don't want to pay, but I got to move. I got to get it done. And so I'm just want to encourage you, if you find yourself getting in an emotional moment, trying to eat, if you're struggling with overeating, you're struggling, you're thinking about food even though your day you've already eaten, or you're just so worried about food. If that's where you're at, I want to encourage you to pay attention to that. Those are signs that you've probably been a lot of overeating and food has taken a big seat in your life, and so now you're having to give it the back seat. It's to replenish you, it's to give you the nourishment, but that's all it is. And so I'm just speaking from a woman where I noticed within the first couple weeks of doing this, I had food, like I always was worried about what was for breakfast, what was for lunch, what was for dinner. Like I was just always about food. So it took a little while for me to reprogram my mind to think I don't have to worry about food so much. I don't have to be worried about what food I'm going to eat and things like that. I don't have to be like worried about that. Because sometimes when you are an emotional eater, you're an overeater, you're just an overeater, food has such a hold. And that's the only reason I believe I've lost weight, is because food no longer has that hold. And also when I see it trying to have a hold, I address that. And I'm like, hey, that's not how we operate no more. We're not sitting here all day thinking about food. We're not sitting here all day trying to find a good little sweet treat to go grab. We're not thinking like that. So yeah, I guess that's my little thing this morning of motivation, because I am walking right now. And so since I'm walking, I'm able to spew out some motivation and spew out some encouragement. And that is a plus. But when I'm running, I can't, right? So, but yeah, I'm walking right now. So I'm like, I'm getting a mile in, because tomorrow, technically, I'll be running a 5K. And so that will be a whole nother thing. But I'm just preparing. And so I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to just keep my walk going. I'm going to start praying for my body, praying for my mind, as I get ready for this 5K tomorrow.
Some kids made me so mad. Work hard. Thanks, boys! Woo-hoo! Go, Aiden! Go, John! Woo! Oh, let's go, James!